It is 3 in the morning and you are staring at the ceiling. Your brain is running the list. The car could die. The laptop could quit. The job could vanish. The dog could need surgery you cannot pay for. You know that feeling. Now what if I told you there is one specific number that quiets almost all of that noise? Not $1 million. Not even 100,000. The first number that actually changes your life is $10,000. I am Jenna, and I spend way too much time obsessing over why money stress runs your brain at 3 in the morning and what it actually takes to make that noise stop. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what your first $10,000 really changes and why almost no one talks about the part that matters most. I have spent years reading the psychology and the math behind why some people glide through money shocks while others spiral. Let me show you. Most people treat money milestones as arbitrary numbers that rich people invented to make everyone else feel behind. But there is real psychology and real math behind why certain amounts change your daily life. And the first true turning point is not glamorous. It is $10,000 in the bank. Let me show you what life looks like without it. You are at the grocery store doing math in your head, wondering if the name brand cereal is worth it or if you settle for the one that tastes like the box. A friend suggests dinner out, and you invent a reason to skip it because $25 would wreck your week. That is the reality for tens of millions of Americans living paycheck to paycheck. Every choice is defense. Every surprise is a potential disaster. Here is the first thing $10,000 changes. Your relationship with risk. When your savings are zero, every decision feels dangerous. A new job, a move, even a vacation turns into a knot in your stomach because one wrong step could sink you. With $10,000 sitting there, those same decisions feel survivable. You are not quitting tomorrow to go sell paintings on the beach. But you might finally ask for the raise you have been circling for months or pay for the certification that bumps your income. The safety net does not make you reckless. It gives you permission to think past the next paycheck. The second change happens in your body. Financial strain is closely linked to higher levels of cortisol, the body's main stress hormone, and constant money worry keeps that system switched on. So picture the check engine light. Broke, that light is a countdown to catastrophe. With $10,000 saved, the same light is just an annoying Tuesday. That shift, from panic to mild irritation, sounds small. It is not. When you are not bracing for the next money hit, you sleep better, you focus better, and you are kinder to the people around you. Now here is the part almost no one says out loud. Most of the benefit of $10,000 does not come from spending it. It comes from knowing it is there. Personal finance folks call this the emergency fund effect, and it is one of the most underrated ideas in the field. An emergency fund is not really about emergencies. It is about the calm of knowing you could handle one. Most people who build that $10,000 never drain it on a crisis. They spend it on opportunities instead. On a class, a move, a business, or simply on the mental room to focus on earning more. There is a confidence piece too, and it is hard to measure but impossible to miss. When you know there is money in the bank, you carry yourself differently. You negotiate better. You walk away from bad deals because you are not desperate. And desperation is expensive. But the deepest change is not in your account. It is in how you see yourself. You might think $10,000 is impossible if you can barely set aside $100 a month. Here is the trick. The hard part is not the money. The hard part is becoming the kind of person who saves. Most people treat saving like a crash diet. They slash everything for 2 months, burn out, and snap back. The people who actually reach $10,000 stop seeing it as a sacrifice and start seeing it as an identity. And once you believe you are a saver, you notice cuts you never saw, you hunt for extra income, and you start thinking in years instead of weekends. And it compounds in an emotional way. Your first $1,000 is brutal. It takes real change and constant willpower. The second 1,000 is easier because the habit is already built. By the fourth or 5th thousand, it feels close to automatic. There is a mathematical reason $10,000 is the magic floor. It covers the large majority of the shocks that knock people off track. Most common car repairs run between $500 and $3,000. Many urgent care visits and minor procedures land in that same range. And job loss, the scariest one, becomes survivable because $10,000 buys most people roughly 3 to 6 months of breathing room, depending on expenses. That is enough time to choose your next move instead of grabbing the first offer out of fear. Here is something that might sting a little. The person with $10,000 saved is often closer to real financial freedom than someone earning twice as much with nothing saved. Why? Because the saver learned the skill that actually builds wealth, and it is not earning money. It is keeping it. You know people who pull 6 figures and are always broke. The leased car, the nice apartment, the $20 salad, and nothing behind it. And you know someone who makes $40,000 and quietly has savings. The gap is not income. It is intention. Let me name something that sounds like corporate nonsense, but is a real, well-documented effect. Decision fatigue. Every day, you make hundreds of tiny money calls. Generic or name brand. Pack lunch or buy it. Premium gas or regular. Each one drains a little mental battery, and by evening you are wiped out from doing survival math. With $10,000 in the bank, most of those calculations just go quiet. You pick what you actually want, not what fear allows. Free up that energy across a year, and you have a different brain to point at your real problems. Someone I will call Dana told me that the first time she walked into a store after crossing $10,000, she nearly cried. Not because she was buying anything fancy. Because for the first time she was choosing food based on what she wanted, not what she could survive. That is a kind of freedom most people do not even know they are missing. And the safety net does something sneaky. It makes you a little more willing to spend on the things that grow you. The person with nothing skips the $50 networking night because $50 feels enormous. The person with $10,000 goes and meets someone who hands them a job that pays $5,000 more a year. The cushion does not make you careless. It makes you brave enough to invest in yourself. Let me be straight with you. $10,000 does not make you rich. You will still think twice before a $1,000 gadget you do not need. What it gives you is breathing room. And breathing room is the foundation under every good financial decision because you can finally think instead of just react. You shop your insurance renewal instead of rubber stamping it. You catch the phone plan that has been quietly robbing you. $50 here, $100 there, and those small wins compound into the next goal. If $10,000 still sounds impossible, start stupid small. $50 a month. $25 if that is the honest truth. Consistency beats intensity every single time because saving too hard too fast almost always collapses. And here is a number to sit with. The average American household spends close to $4,000 a year just on food away from home, before you count the coffee runs and the convenience stuff. Redirect most of that, and you reach $10,000 in about 3 years. Redirect even a third of it, and you have started a real, growing cushion. The difference between the saver and everyone else is rarely income. It is attention. So that is the whole thing. $10,000 is not really a number in an app. It is a change in how you sleep, how you negotiate, how you treat the people you love, and how your body handles a bad day. It is the moment money stops being something that vanishes from your paycheck and starts being a tool that buys you options. Remember that ceiling you were staring at 3 in the morning, running the list of everything that could go wrong. $10,000 does not delete the list. It just turns the volume down until those midnight what-ifs become tomorrow morning errands. So start this week. One automatic transfer, however small, on the day you get paid. Then let the person you become while building it surprise you, because that person is worth far more than the $10,000. I am Jenna. I will see you in the next one.